Shalom. I want to give all honors, glories, and places due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of elders and great millstone, and peace to the Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of the earth. I'm going to go to, why not? I'm going to read the Apocrypha book first. I'm going to read the Apocrypha 2nd Ezra of chapter 6, verses 56. As for that, their people, which also come from Adam, they have said that they are like, they are nothing but be like under spittle. And he's looking in a burden of them unto a drop that falling from a vessel. Reason why I'm doing this little lesson today was because we had a guy that came up there, who I don't know if he was trying to challenge us or what he was thinking in his head, but he tried to come up against us on out at our camp at downtown. And so, I don't know if he was going to work or coming from work or what, but like he worked at a hospital because he had like his male nurse outfit on. But he was talking about the scriptures and everything, and there was a lot he didn't know. He didn't even know that the Apocrypha book didn't exist. Because he looked at one of the brothers, he had the 1611 King James. That's got the Apocrypha in it. Because a lot of people don't know that in the early 1700s, the Apocrypha, which means hidden things, they took it away in the 1700s because if you would have left this in here, it really does destroy the Christian doctrine. And there's also big names in here, especially when you go into the Book of Maccabees 1 and 2, because you got Alexander the Greek. Well, I call him Alexander the Freak because he was a freak, because he died of diseases, died from syphilis. So that lets you know this dude was a straight up freak. And so this guy didn't even know what the Apocrypha was, but he coming out on the highways and byways tried to challenge us. And he didn't even know the rest of the books that was in the book, that was in the King James Bible. And you got to know to say something. These 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans got to go, man. These 2/3 got to go. I mean, and the thing is, too, if you don't know nothing, shut the fuck up. If you don't know shit, shut the fuck up. Because you ain't do nothing but making yourself look bad when you come against the Akim. Ain't no need for you to be talking. It's really time for you to shut the fuck up. Don't be coming up to the brothers on the highways and byways and your ass don't know shit. Fuck that shit. Just shut the fuck up or just keep it moving. But this guy, man, I don't know. I read through his spirit too, man. I could tell he was raised by a woman because he damn sure wasn't raised by a man. I could tell from dudes that was raised from a single mother that had a man in the house. Because when you're raised by a real man, you're going to be humble when somebody's talking to you. These guys out here that got mamas and all that and wasn't raised by a man, they got that super feminine spirit. That's why a lot of our men are faggots today. But not to get away from the subject, somebody asked him about, do you think that the book is about love? And he said, yeah. And so that's why when I went into 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verses 56, about Adam and these other nations are nothing but last unto spittle. Let me go in another scripture, because there was other brothers cutting them up, so I was like, well, let me do a YouTube video on this guy, and I could cut him up with the scriptures. But it was other brothers cutting them up too, all left and right ways with the scriptures. Let me go to Kings. What's that? Kings book 1 verses chapter 10 verses 9. Blessed be the Lord, that Yahweh, which delight here in there to set thereon the trumpet of Israel, because the Lord loves Israel forever. Therefore made he that king to do judgment and judges, And so that's another cut right there about, that the Lord loves everybody. And you understand? Because it's like this Bible, this King James Bible, this is really, this book from the Old Testament, from the Apocrypha book they took out to the New Testament books all together. The Lord only loves the 12 tribes of Israel. There's no getting around this. There's no getting away from it. You can't get around it. You can't get over it. The Lord loves Israel. That's it. All these other nations are like under spittle, and they mean nothing to him. There's no getting around this. For people that want to argue for argument's sake and not making no sense, may you get death and destruction. I'm going to go on one more, probably one more scripture. Right quick. I'll give you one more. One more good scripture. See, that's why you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, this is why they don't want you studying and knowing this book. Because once you know that you find out this book is about you and the 12 tribes of Israel, that's it. Oh, let me go right here. I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 40, verses 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. And that's a cut. Whether you like it or not, the Lord, only Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, he only loves the 12 tribes of Israel. That's it. Because we are the eye of his apple, nobody else. This world was created for the 12 tribes of Israel, nobody else. Matter of fact, I'm going to go one more. Isaiah chapter 40, verses 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and they are continued as the sermons thrust of the bonnet. Behold, he turned up the east, eastern as a very little thing, But once it said that these nations are a drop of in a bucket, another cut. That means that these other nations ain't shit, pretty much, And I'm going to do one more thing, too. And just so you know, we are that people that are Negro descent. I'm going to go in this book right quick and let you know that we are not no doo-doo eating Africans. We never were. We're really pilgrims when it comes to that land of Africa, because our home is Israel. Let me go something right quick. Okay, here we go. All right, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born before, born, probound about 96 years before the flood, after one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He becomes the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. I'm going to read that part again. But yeah, he becomes the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. But the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. And those are your forefathers of Ham, not the Negroes. See, our bloodlines go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the bloodline we come from. You know, we are the eye of his apple. This world was created for the 12 tribes of Israel and Israel only. You know. So, I just want to make that statement right quick. Hope this video was edifying for you. You know, because, you know, I got men and women watching my videos. You know. But with that, I'll come back, see you next time. But I want to give all honest, glory, praise due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the honors of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace to the Akim that's doing this work on the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom.